Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is like the 8th time I'm trying to do this video because I keep forgetting things. So, on Monday, I got a procedure done called a catheter ablation. If you don't know anything about me, since I was 15, I've been dealing with a condition called supraventricular tachycardia, which is in the heart. It basically is a condition, my heartbeat was higher than it's supposed to be, which on average for a normal person is about 82 beats a minute, roughly. Mine was in the high 90s up into the high hundreds. It's maxed out around 283 beats a minute at any given time when I'm having an episode. So it sounds super, super scary, and if you have it, it might be scary for you. But I finally got that fixed. I got the procedure done on Monday and I'm home now, and it is Wednesday. So I'm just going to kind of give you a little backstory and go from there. So like I said, I've had it since I was about 15 years old. It started happening when I was about a sophomore in high school. I was doing volleyball, basketball, and track. So I was very active. So having said that, I wasn't able to put a heart monitor on because it wasn't allowed during practices and games. So I kind of dealt with it for the rest of my high school career. And that was kind of at its worst. I would black out, my lips would turn blue, I couldn't breathe. And overall, for a 15-year-old, that's kind of scary. I'm 24 years old now. So I got into college and I was able to get a heart monitor on, and they finally caught what it was. And they told me that I could do this procedure, which I was about 18 years old, and they never scheduled me to get the procedure done. But I wasn't too concerned about it then. I was able to balance my diet out, lower my sugars and caffeine intake, and just kind of paced myself at the gym. It kind of correlated with how much stress I was under, and my hormones and stuff like that. So it was easy for quite some time to keep it under control. But about mid-September this past year, it kind of took a turn, and it started happening more often for no reason. So I wouldn't be at the gym, I wouldn't be running, I wouldn't be stressed, I didn't change anything diet-wise. So I would be standing at work and my heart rate would jump into the high hundreds for no reason. And that kind of triggered something in me to go get it checked out again. And so I went over to Orlando Regional Medical Center, or ORMC, over in Florida, which is where I live. And I started talking to one of the cardiologists there, who then connected me over to Dr. Gugachev, who is the electrical specialist at their Heart Institute. I would strongly recommend going to him. He's really nice. He asked the right questions. He got everything set up for me, and that was amazing. He made it super stress-free. But they had me on a beta blocker for a couple weeks, and that didn't work. It made me very nauseous. I gained weight. I was always dizzy. I didn't feel well. I had mood swings, and I felt worse taking the medicine than without it. So they took me off of that, and they put me on something called Cardizem. They had me taking 60 milligrams a day, twice a day. Taking the pill twice a day, yeah. And again, that still made me super nauseous, made me really lightheaded. My blood pressure was already low, and both the medications dropped it lower. So that made me even more dizzy. I was having a really difficult time getting out of bed, going to work. I couldn't climb ladders. I was always dizzy. I didn't feel well. I was leaving work early quite often. So that's when I told them I wanted the ablation. And once I got that all set, I had restrictions. I couldn't lift anything over 10 pounds. I couldn't climb ladders. I needed to take it easy. So at work, for what I do, I needed to at least lift a minimum of 20 pounds, I believe. So they put me on a leave of absence since early December. So I haven't been at work in quite some time. And they got me scheduled for the ablation for this past Monday. So what I did is I went in on Monday morning around 10:30 in the morning, got all my prep work done, all the papers filed and everything. And then my procedure started around 1:30. And the nurses were amazing. They told me everything that they were doing. They helped reassure me that that there was nothing to be scared of, and there really isn't. It is a procedure, and you should be nervous, but you shouldn't be so scared that you don't want to do it. They put a lot of patches on you, and they're so cold, but they tell you every reason for everything they do. There's a reason. But they calmed my nerves. We talked about Disney movies. We talked about my fiance and wedding plans and stuff like that. And they're really down to earth. They're really nice. And as soon as they put the sedative in to start the procedure, you fall right to sleep. And it's probably the best sleep I've had in months. Just because the afibrillation probably would wake me up in the middle of the night. So after the procedure, I had to lay flat for a minimum of 4 hours. I didn't wake up until about 8:30 at night. My fiance and my mom were there. My mom stayed the night with me. But after, I think around maybe 10:30, my nurse came in and told me I needed to stand up. So they started getting me moving around. The medicine, or the sedation medicine that they gave me did make me sick, which is common. I did drink a little bit too much water too fast, and my stomach was not happy. So I did get sick, but like I said, that's normal. And after that, they just kind of monitored me. They did bring me some food at night when I woke up, and then they brought me breakfast in the morning, which it's hospital food. It's not that great, but when you haven't been eating for 48 hours, it's the best food you've ever had. They discharged me Tuesday afternoon around 12, and now I'm at home, and for the next 5 to 7 days, they don't want me lifting more than 5 pounds, which most things are about 5 pounds. A gallon of milk is about 8 pounds, if you didn't know. So I can't even lift that. I can't drive for the next couple days, and they really just want me to take it easy. But after 7 days, I can get back into my normal routine, can go back to the gym, start getting my paperwork ready to go back to work. My follow-up is January 30th. Yeah, 30th. So that's when I can get my release paper signed and get back to normal living. And my doctor, Dr. Gugichev, said that he's very confident that they got the right part and everything, and that it should be fixed for the rest of my life. And I shouldn't have to take any medications or anything like that. And that's awesome. I'm really happy about that, because I don't want to take medication the rest of my life, considering my age. But yeah, so if you're thinking about doing this procedure, don't be scared. I personally did watch a decent amount of videos like this one on YouTube, just to kind of get a ground of how many people actually had this procedure done, and what they thought of it, and the things that they had to deal with. And so that's the whole point of me doing this, is to help whoever's watching to not feel scared or nervous, and understand that it happens to a lot of people, and it's a very common procedure, especially around here. ORMC is a great hospital. It's a teaching hospital. So, but my doctor is amazing. He did a great job. I don't have any bruising or anything like that. I am sore, obviously, but it's not painful or anything. All I have to do is, if I feel pain, is take like an Advil or an Aleve or anything like that. Just a common painkiller. So if you are doing this procedure and you have questions, you can leave them in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. If they are personal and you don't want to put them in the comments for everyone to read, you can always go on my Instagram and message me there in the direct message area, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. And I'll link all that stuff down below for you. Otherwise, I hope you guys, I hope this was good information for you, and I hope you guys can figure out what you're planning to do. And yeah, so good luck. And I will be posting other videos later in the week, in the month, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.